All right, babe. So we're gonna play a game, but before we do, I want to show you the dress. This I had it on the other day. It was a part of the try-on. So if you didn't see my try-on haul, make sure you guys check that out. But this is one of the dresses that was on it. Okay, so are you ready to have some fun? So the other day, make sure this is why it's important for you guys to follow me on all platforms because you're gonna miss out on things if you don't. So the other day, I put on my Instagram, and all of my links are down in my description. I put on my Instagram, ask me any questions that you want, and I'm gonna answer them. So here we are. We're gonna answer all of the rated G through PG 13 questions. Okay, you guys know that my YouTube channel, my Kick, my Twitch are all very important to me, and I don't want to get in trouble. So we're gonna keep it PG 13 and under. But I'm shocked at how many of you guys ask me so many questions. So I have them all here. So let's go ahead and have some fun, shall we? Okay. And for those of y'all who don't know, just to start off, my name is Jasmine Nicole, okay? But you can call me Chocolate Minnie. You can call me Minnie, but honestly, I prefer Jasmine. Me and one of my coworkers at the time had came up with the name when I decided that I wanted to do an OF and start promoting myself and branding myself. And we had came up with that name on the clock. And it was sounding so great at the time, but now 4 years later, I'm kind of like, I don't really know if I like that name, but it is what it is. My handles are I am Chocolate Minnie, but my real name is Jasmine. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into some of the questions. Some of the basic ones I'm just going to spit out there. I am 33 years old. I've been doing OF since the pandemic. So for 4 years now, I've been a full-time OF gal. And this is almost a year of being on YouTube and starting doing like weight loss and fitness content and vlogging and stuff like that. But for the first 3 years, I was doing just strictly OF and Twitter stuff. So, welcome. I am a Scorpio because I know this is going to come up. I'm a Scorpio. So, you can, whatever you think about Scorpios, it's 9 times out of 10 very true. And I'm going to leave it there. Except I am not crazy, okay? I feel like people think that as Scorpios we're like crazy, but we're not. Like, well, maybe some of people are. I used to be crazy in my younger years, but I'm not anymore. I'm a mature woman now, so I don't. I have very good emotional intelligence, and I like peace. I don't like drama. So, if me and you were dating, I'm not gonna scratch your car or follow you or stalk you. I'm not on none of that shit. Okay, I am not any of that type of time. I like peace, quiet. I'm a homebody, as y'all know. Most of the content you guys see, I'm either at the gym or I'm at home. That's because that's really what I do. So I'm not crazy. Okay, so let's get into some of the questions. Where did you grow up? So I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey, but I don't remember too much about that. I've pretty much lived, not pretty much, I have lived in the DMV area my whole life. So I was born in Jersey, but I am from DMV. A lot of you guys ask me that too. It's so weird. Not weird, but it's just kind of like, I'm not be feeling like y'all already know me. And I be seeing people comment like, oh, I saw you at the gym or whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what? Is that weird? I don't know. Maybe it is. Oh no, is my mic on? Hold on, you guys. Okay. Just had to make sure the mic was on. All right, so now you guys know where I'm from. How many siblings do I have? I have a younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me. 4, 5, somewhere up in there. Younger brother. What's your favorite place you've ever visited? Miami, Miami, and Miami. So I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I have not done too much traveling. I have a passport and have yet to go anywhere. I've never been on a cruise. I've never been out the country. I've only been up and down the East Coast, okay? And I am manifesting a life of travel. Like, I wanna bounce from city to city, country to country. Like, I wanna spend like the next 2 years of life, just going wherever and not having oh, I have to be back in Virginia by this day. You know what I mean? That's what I'm manifesting for myself. So eventually one day, so I've never been anywhere for real. I've been to Florida twice. I love Miami. I want to live in Miami. Like that is my goal, living in Miami. I've been to North Carolina. I've been to Maryland. I've never been to Atlanta. I've been to Houston. I forgot. Yes, I've been to Houston. I totally forgot about that. And yeah. That's it. That's it. I know. I got to get out more. Take me out. I need to get out more. I need to see the world. I'm tired of just only seeing this little space. Okay, next question. I get this all the time. I am 6'3", you guys. I know y'all can tell. I was standing by my refrigerator and someone in the comments was like, how tall are you? I am 6'3", so I am a tall, dark glass of chocolate milk. And yes, almost every guy I've dated has been shorter than me. And not just by a little bit, by like a lot of it. Okay. I think the shortest guy I've ever dated was like 5'6". And the tallest guy I've ever dated was 6'5". I've only dated 2 guys that were 6'5". Everybody else has been shorter. So I am more familiar with shorter men than taller men. I don't know what it is, but it's crazy. I feel like short men love tall women. Like even when I'm out and about, like it's always short guys who hit on me. Always, always, always. It's been like this for as long as I can remember. It is never the 6'5", 6'6". It's never one of them. It's always someone super short trying to holler at me. Like, what is that? I don't know. I guess opposites attract. So, yes, I'm 6'3". All right, let me pull up my questions. Did I ever play basketball? Yes, yes, yes. I used to play college basketball. So I have been playing basketball since high school, all the way up into college. I had a Division I scholarship, so I played basketball for 2 years. I only started playing because everyone was talking about how tall I am and I should play basketball. That's the only reason why I started. I was a center. I was the 5. Okay, so I was the baby Shaq. You couldn't get anything in the paint. Okay, and if we were to play one-on-one, you still wouldn't be able to dunk on me because I already knows what you're gonna say. Oh, I could dunk on you. I could take you wooty woot. Okay, I'm a pretty big girl. Okay, and as y'all see, I'm pretty strong. Like, won't nothing getting up in the paint. Okay, I had the hook shot. I had the the drop step. I had all that. Okay, I had the rebounds. I had some ups or whatever. Okay, do I play basketball now though? No, I haven't played in years. I had 2 knee surgeries. Fucking with basketball. Oh, yeah. Great times, great times. And I did used to play like AAU. So that's what I mean. I traveled all up and down the East Coast for the most part for like tournaments and stuff like that. But like as far as vacations, what's a vacation? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Next question. What do you like to do for fun? Work out. I love weightlifting, you guys. If there was no such thing as being sore, I would be at the gym right now. Like I love the gym. I love it. I love weightlifting. I love cooking. I love being at home. I love quiet. I love peace. That's what I love to do. And no, I don't drink anymore. I used to drink all the time. I haven't had a drink in 3 years, you guys. So I don't drink. I don't smoke. I used to smoke weed. I don't do that anymore. I haven't smoked in like a year and a half now. I haven't had a drink in 3 years. I still do enjoy my CBD gummies from time to time, I'm not gonna lie, but I really don't even do that like that. Like I think the last gummy I had was like over a month ago. So I live a very sober lifestyle. Okay, next question. What do you do for a living and do you enjoy it? So I'm a content creator, you guys. I make content. And yes, I love it. I do it every single day. I love making content for you guys. I've never made this much content since being a content creator than I've been doing this past year in 2024. Like I really stepped up my game and started getting on all these different platforms and learning about the algorithm or whatever. But the biggest thing that I learned is just be myself and, record what I like to do. So anything that you see, like I would be doing it whether I was filming or not. So I would be cooking whether I was filming or not. I would be working out whether I was filming or not. I would be eating healthy whether I was filming or not. And I would be working on my mental health whether I was filming or not. Like I really am on these journeys, okay? It's not just for the camera. Like I really do this. So yeah. I also have an OF. That's what pays my bills. Okay, so make sure you guys subscribe. I have a free and an exclusive OF, so you can chat with me there. I do not have any assistants on there, so you are talking to me. And yeah, I offer FaceTimes, customs, all things, more virtual. Emphasis on virtual. Virtual, babe. It's virtual and virtual times a million. Like, it's only virtual. I'm a fantasy. It's nothing else. It's no, babe, no. Virtual. I am a virtual chocolate fantasy, okay? And that's as far as it's gonna go. Okay? Just throwing that out there, okay? I just wanna make sure, because y'all be like, oh, well, no, babe. No, babe. I don't care. I don't care how much money. No, babe. I love my life. I love my safety. And this is a virtual experience. And that's the end of that. I love you though. Okay. Next question. Did I go to college? Yes, I talked about that, you guys. I was a biology major. Yes, I had dreams of going to medical school and being a surgeon, and I decided that I don't want to do that. I like running a business. I enjoy setting my own schedule. I enjoy being my own boss. And honestly, I got tired of school. School was cool, but it's a waste of money. And when I graduated, I did have a job working in a lab. So I was a lab technician, and we did HLA cross matching. That's a fancy word for like kidney transplants and stuff. So someone needed a kidney, liver, heart, pancreas, any type of transplant, then we would like do the testing to make sure that the donor and the recipient were compatible. And depending on how that testing turned out, that would determine if they were getting the organ or not. So I did that for 6 years before I quit and started my own thing. So yes, I'm a smart girl. I have a bachelor's degree. I was working on my master's, but ain't nobody doing all that. Like, ain't nobody doing all that. You can go on YouTube and learn anything you learn about anything. YouTube and Google are my classroom now. So yes, but I did go to college. Let's see. What's your favorite type of music? Okay, so I don't really listen to music anymore. If I was to listen to music, it's older stuff, like older R&B. So like I love Toni Braxton, I love Janet Jackson, um, like the whole Ja Rule, Ashanti era. Like that's my vibe. Okay, that's Trey Songz. That's what I like. Usher, Beyonce, long time ago. Like that type of stuff. That's what I like. Yeah. I don't know anything about what's going on today in hip hop culture. I had a few rappers that I really liked. Like I had a phase where I really liked ESTG. That was like this time last year. I was really heavy on him. I used to really like Drake. I used to listen to Lil Baby. What else? I feel like that's it. But I don't listen to any of that anymore. When I'm driving, I listen to YouTube. Like I'm listening to a podcast or something educational. You guys, I am on a journey to being the best version of myself. Some may call it boring, but listen, I like to learn. I like to do better. So I let all that go. But I do, like I said, I like early 2000s R&B. I love Brandy. So that if you were to hear me listening to music, it would be somewhere in that era that you would hear today. Someone said this isn't a question. You have a very beautiful smile. Thank you to whoever asked that. What's your favorite type of music? We just answered that. Am I a morning person or a night owl? I am a morning person. I don't like being up late. I don't know. I just feel more productive early in the morning. Like I'm up by 4 o'clock. Okay, like yes. Yes, I am an early morning person and I'm in bed by like 8 to 9. Okay, so I go to bed really early, but I wake up early. I don't know. I just feel like I'm more productive in the morning. I like to beat the sun up. Do any of you guys prefer morning? Even when I was working, even though I had to work and work a 9 to 5 or whatever, even on the weekends, for the most part, I was still up early. I don't know. I'm just a morning person. I'm not a night owl. I hate being up late at night. Like I get grouchy. Y'all always talk about how I'm always smiling. Listen, if it's late at night, I'm probably gonna be super grouchy and mean. Okay. I like the morning. All right. Do you like to cook? Yes. Y'all know I'm vegan. Oh, we didn't talk about that. Yes, I'm vegan, you guys, in case you didn't know. If you're new to whatever platform you're watching this on, I am vegan. So that means I don't eat any animal product, no meat, no seafood, and no dairy. If it came from an animal, I don't eat it. So when I'm saying things like, oh, I'm making macaroni and cheese, just know that it's not real cheese. If I'm saying, oh, I'm making a burger, it's not a real cow burger, okay? I try to differentiate so y'all know, so we can be here, but I be forgetting, like, some of y'all probably don't know. So what do I eat? Vegetables and fruits. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, pause, because I already know pause, and beans and stuff like that. No meat. But yes, I love to cook. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my cooking videos. I try to make more stuff. I like to eat the same things, but since you guys have been watching and since I'm documenting everything now, I started making more recipes and things. So make sure you guys check those videos out. Also, you guys, make sure y'all join my email list. So I send out exclusive content, pictures, videos on there. It's free to join. So you might as well. The link is down below in my description. So join my email list so you guys can stay connected to me. All right. Next question. Do you have any kids? No kids. I have never been pregnant. I have no kids. Do I want kids? Yes. I want like a whole basketball team of kids. Whenever I do decide to have kids, I want to spend like 3 years just making babies. Like, just knock them out. Like, as soon as the doctor gives me the okay to start trying for another one, just try for another one. And just spend like 3 years just being pregnant and carrying babies. Because I want a lot of kids. I do, so that they can all be like friends and be close and big family dinners. And when I'm older, I'll have lots of grandkids. But listen, this is coming from someone who doesn't have one kid. So I say this now, but I don't know. Maybe when I have my first, I'll be like, absolutely not. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But as of right now, I would love 5 kids. Couple boys, couple of girls. Yeah. But no kids as of yet. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Miami. I see myself in Miami, but you guys, I also want a farm. I just started thinking about that like a couple months ago, like having a farm full of animals, like some chickens, some cows, some goats, some pigs, some horses. Oh, I would love that. Grow my own fruits and vegetables. That would be so cool. And these animals won't be getting slaughtered. It'll be like a safe house for animals, like a refugee. But yes, I want some more dogs, like some cats. That would be so nice. Okay. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I don't know because I haven't gone anywhere. All I know is pictures. Like, I've never been anywhere. And by the way, guys, I am part Jamaican. I'm like half Jamaican. My dad is Jamaican. So y'all know. But I'm not. I don't know anything about the culture. Unfortunately, I never really knew my dad, so I don't have any of the Jamaican culture instilled in me. But I love Jamaican food. Okay, I love Jamaican food, but I know absolutely nothing about Jamaica. I would love to go to Jamaica. I don't know which part, probably the nice, pretty part, that we see on TV, but I've never been. I do. I would love to also spend like a year in Europe, like just going to different countries. I would love to go to Africa, do like the safari stuff. Oh my gosh, that'd be so much fun. I would love to do a Caribbean trip, to the different islands. Obviously not in hurricane season. Where else? I would love to go to Mexico. Canada, I've never really considered Canada. I don't know where else is there. Am I missing stuff? India would be cool. Uh, I feel like that's it. As far as Africa, like I would love to go to Ghana. I would love to check out South Africa. I would love to go to Egypt. I would love. I feel like that's all I know. Again, I've never been anywhere, so I just don't know, okay? I just don't know. All right. What's the best advice you've ever received? Oh man, I've received so much good advice. I would say the best advice is to be yourself. I struggled a lot with that in my younger years and trying to fit into a box, to be cool, to be popular, to get people to like me. And it's crazy because once I started working for myself over the past 4 years, I've learned so much about myself. And I've finally gotten to a point where I'm comfortable in my own skin. There's nothing that I would change. If anything, I would improve, but not change. And I've learned that people who are supposed to be around you, people who are meant for you, will love you just the way you are. And people who aren't will always find something wrong with you. So I live every day to be me. What y'all see is what you get. Now I am working on just opening up more, showing you guys more of my vulnerable side because I am not perfect by any means. I smile a lot, but not every minute of every day. Like y'all saw yesterday in my video, I had a little meltdown in the car, but I got myself together. Um, but yeah, that's the best advice. Just be yourself and do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. That's something else I learned because when you try to live for everybody else and do what other people want you to do, it starts off all cool and dandy, but over time it's not fun because it's just not what you want to do and you're not being who you are. So that's the best advice I've gotten. Okay. Next thing. Oh, this is a good one. What is your favorite holiday? So, okay, I am one of those people who don't believe in holidays. I think that is so fake. I think that we should spend time with family and loved ones all year round or as much as you possibly can, whether you live in different cities, what countries, whatever. I don't believe that on Christmas you should spend time with your family because it's Christmas and that's what society said you should do. I don't believe that because it's Christmas you should be breaking your bank account to buy people gifts. I don't believe that. I believe that if you have it to give, no matter what time of the year, then do it. Like if you see something at a store and it reminds you of your sister, then buy it. Like I don't think you should have to wait for a holiday. And I hate to see how stressed out people get on the holidays because it's the holidays and money is tight, but you can't not show up to the family dinner without a gift. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I hate seeing single mothers all worked up about getting their kids gifts for Christmas so that they don't go to school looking like the poor kid because they don't have, like, I hate that. I hate that for everybody. So I don't really believe in holidays. I don't even really believe in birthdays anymore. Like, I am however old I feel. No, seriously. Like, I understand my birthday is my birthday, but still, I feel like every day is my birthday. Like, what? Every day is a great day. Um, so I don't really have a favorite holiday. Every day is a holiday for me because every day I'm doing what I want to do. So, is that corny? I mean, if it's corny, but it's the truth. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's really how I feel. So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you how I feel. All right. Let's see. What is my favorite sweet treat? Ice cream. Ben and Jerry's ice cream, non-dairy now, but before it'd be dairy. But I love ice cream. That is my that's my weakness. I love ice cream. Oh man, if ice cream didn't make you fat, I would have ice cream every single day. I'm not even lying. Like I love ice cream. Let's see. Hmm. What personal goals are you working on right now? Being the best version of myself. That's my goal. But I have other sub goals like growing my platforms is really important to me. Just pushing out more content, being a better entrepreneur, hiring people and getting better at the hiring process, getting better at people skills. I feel like, and I don't think I'm the only one, I feel like since COVID, I have become very introverted. And I am working hard to get out of my bubble, get out of my shell, but I have become very introverted. I think a lot of people have. Like, I think COVID really changed our world. And even though COVID's not going on right now today, like, we're still living in the effects of COVID. Like, a lot of people live their life on social media, right? A lot of people work from home. A lot of people started businesses who probably would have never started one before. I did. You know, I think COVID was a blessing and a curse. For me, it was a blessing. I didn't lose anyone close to me to COVID. So, you know, it didn't it didn't affect me negatively. I didn't lose my job or a lot of people everyone had their own story with COVID, right? But fortunately for me, I didn't lose anyone close to me. I started my business. I quit my job on a whim. I have told y'all that before. I was tired of working at that lab and I just quit. I heard about OF and I made an account and then like a month later I quit my job. I didn't have money saved up. I just bought my house and I quit that shit. I was like, you know what? Other girls are on there making $50,000 a month. Jasmine can do it too. So I quit, and it was the perfect time because they had stimulus checks, they had unemployment. I was collecting unemployment for a little while I was building it up. So it was a great time for me to start my business. But again, everyone didn't experience great things during COVID. So I think for now, just working on improving my people skills, getting out of my box. I wouldn't say I have social anxiety, but I was watching a content creator, Vanessa Liu, I think her name is, and she was saying a lot of people think that content creators are extroverted and, you know, not afraid to talk to people, talk to strangers, whatever, but a lot of us are very introverted, and I really related to that. I'm extroverted on camera, but introverted in real life. Seriously, I really am. Like, I really am. I just, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say it's social anxiety. Like, I'm not like, oh God. Like, I'm not shaking or like, I don't have, butterflies in my stomach. It's nothing like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've gotten so close. I've gotten so used to working from home and being at home about 90% of the time. So, going outside, it's a little much. I could do a couple hours out there, but it's like, okay, I gotta get back home. Like, I have to get back to home. So, I don't know. Like, all I do is go to the gym, go to the grocery store, and if we're vlogging, like I'll get my nails done, or we went painting the other week. That was fun. Trying to incorporate more stuff to do outside, but for the most part, I'm inside. So, yeah. Next question. Are y'all having fun? Make sure you guys thumbs up, like, comment, and when I do the next Q&A, make sure you guys ask a question. All right, let's get into the more risky questions, I suppose. We'll do a few. PG-13. When did I lose my V card? I already knew that was going to come at some point. I was 19, and it was my first boyfriend, and yeah. Okay, let's see that. Favorite, what's my deepest fantasy? Yeah, we're not doing that one. We ain't doing it. Where was your first job? Okay, that's a good one. So my first job, you guys, I worked at Burger King. I got that job. Was I 15 or 16? I think I was 16 because I just got my license and my grandma gave me her car. And I felt like I was like such an adult. Like I had school, I had my own car, I had basketball practice, and then I had work. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm an adult. Now I wish I was a kid. I got bills. No. But yeah, Burger King. I was a cashier and I worked at damn near all of the fast food chains. Like I've worked at Burger King, I've worked at Chick-fil-A, I've worked at Hardee's, I've worked at McDonald's. Out of all of them, which one was the worst? I would say McDonald's. I've worked at Wendy's. I would say McDonald's was the worst. Man, it's so sad, but it's so true. Out of all the jobs I had, because I used to bounce, like if a manager had something slick to say, I was out. Like, fuck this job. I would quit and then be hired somewhere else 2 days later. I did not give a fuck. But it's crazy because out of all the jobs I had, I used to work at a grocery store. But out of all the jobs I had, the jobs where I worked the hardest were the fast food jobs. Like those were the most challenging jobs. Like I would be in there sweating. Like it was bad. Like you really are fucking working. I worked at Kohl's. I got fired from Kohl's. I got fired. I think Kohl's, I know for a fact I got fired. I think everywhere else I just kind of quit or they just stopped giving me hours. Because that's the thing with like them fast food jobs. I don't know what it's like today, but I remember back then, they never really fired you. They would just stop giving you hours to where it's like, what's the point of me working here if you're only going to give me 4 hours a week? Like, what the fuck am I going to do with that? You know, so then you just end up finding another job. So, no, I got fired from Wendy's too. I walked out on Wendy's, but it was getting to the point where I was either going to get fired or I was going to have to quit. I was working drive-thru and I hated drive-thru, you guys. Like, people do not, like, I was begging management, please let me be a cook. Like, working drive-thru, oh my God, that is the most annoying, especially when you work a shift that's busy. So McDonald's, I worked overnight and into the morning, so the morning time was busy. Wendy's, I worked overnight. Man, Wendy's would be crazy. Like Friday and Saturday night when people were getting out of the club. So look, I've always been a hustler. That's the thing I realized. I have always been a hustler. Like, it's engraved in me. So I had the bright idea because I was fed up with the job. It was always crowded. People were just talking to me crazy. Ooh. I was like, you know what? I got this from Panera because Panera has a tip jar. I'm like, I'm going to make me a tip jar. So I put a tip jar. I taped it up. I had written tips on it's like a cup. I wrote tips on the cup and I hung it out the window. I was in the first window where I'm taking the orders and collecting the money. And a lot of times people would just, because people had cash back then. So, you know, people had cards too, but a lot of people still had cash. So sometimes I was running the scam, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I would tell them it was this amount and I would pocket like 75 cents or so. You guys, I was like 19. Like, okay, this is a judgment-free zone. Okay, I was trying to get to the money. So anyway, sometimes I was, but that's not the point. I also had that tip jar. So I would say like, I didn't just leave it there and let people just decide. I would say like, would you like to leave a tip for the great customer service that you experienced today? And I would say it as I was counting they change, right? Because I would be like, okay, your change is 92 cents, right? And a lot of times, believe it or not, people would just be like, you can just keep the change. This is before shit got expensive like it is today. Like I said, people had cash. Like, so a lot of people would just let me have their change. Well, change adds up, motherfucking change adds up. Gas wasn't $5 a gallon. Like you get a whole gallon of gas for like 80 cents, right? This is taking it back. Okay, so like I would leave Wendy's with like an extra 40, $50, like in just straight tips. I didn't have no bills for like all I had was gas and stuff. So I'm like phone bill, I was still living with my mom, so I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Well, one day, and it's always your people. It's always your people. It's always women. It's always gotta be black women. So I had my tip jar out. I was setting up shop, about to start my shift, and if I saw management come through, I would just like stand in front of the window so they couldn't see the tip jar hanging out of the window. No one knew what I was doing back there. It was a secret. So this one black lady, she gonna come through the line, first window, older lady. She was like, "Oh, I didn't know y'all collect tips." I was like, "Yeah," and I said my little spiel. Would you like to leave a tip for the great customer service that you've experienced today? And so she was like, "No, not today." I was like, "Oh, okay." So then she, carried on to the next window, and the manager was working that window. And I don't know what was said. My manager come back there so fast. He said, "Jasmine, Jasmine." He stopped me back there. He's a big guy. He stopped me back there. He said, "Jasmine, what is this I hear? You got a tip jar?" I said, "A tip jar?" He said, "Yeah, lady up there said you have a tip jar. What do you got? What are you doing back here?" I said, "I don't have a tip jar." He said, "So what is she talking about?" And then he saw the tip jar. He was like, "This is against policy. I'm writing you up." I said, "Well, write me up. Y'all don't pay enough anyway." I was only making like $7.25. I was like, "Y'all don't pay me enough anyway." And he was like, "Clock out." So I happily took my tip jar. I'm not gonna leave it there, and I clocked out. And then they called me a couple days later and said they was gonna cut my shift to a couple days a week. So then I quit. That was a good little play I had. It lasted all about like 4 days, and then that's when the lady decided to tattletale. But I mean, hey, you gotta get it how you get it. Like it is what it is. Like I was trying to get to this money. I was making good tips, like for a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old at that time, extra 40, $50. Like that goes a long way. That's my phone. That was my phone bill. This is before I had an iPhone. Like that was good money. That was enough to go get something to eat real quick. Like that was a lot of money. You could go to the club and then some off of $50. You go to the club, get a bottle, get some weed, and have enough money to go to Waffle House after the fact. Hmm. That was some good money. Plus what I made when I was there, I was making more in tips than I was working my shift. Like what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so that was story time. But yeah, so I had a lot of jobs, and oh no, my question thing went away. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it back. Nope, that's it. I'm trying to think. Was there any other questions that I see a lot? Oh, one more thing. How much did I used to weigh? My heaviest weight was 340 pounds. I am now 238, and yeah. So that's pretty much it for this Q&A, I guess, you guys. Like I said, leave comments down below if you guys want me to make another one, answer more questions. Of course, PG-13 and under, we ain't doing nothing too crazy. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Follow whatever platform you're watching this on. Join my email list. And yeah. Bye, guys.